Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Genevieve. I am fresh out of the shower. I was lacking motivation, and if you need some motivation, go get a shower, get freshened up, put on some lotion, fresh set of clothes. I feel like a brand new human. And today is February 14th. Saturday, no, it's not February 14th. It's the 15th, it's Saturday. And last night I was just in a mood and my house is stressing me out. There are so many things that I've been putting off doing in order to get my house together and organized, declutter some things. I've just been putting it off, and I am tired of putting it off. I go to look for something, I can't find it because it's not where it belongs, because there's things everywhere. I'm going to take you around a couple areas where I will show you that it's just a dumping ground. Our upstairs tends to be a dumping ground because it's not seen when people come over. You know how it goes. But I want to get the garage cleaned up a little bit. I have some donations that need to go out of the house, so we're gonna do that today. Nick's going to, keep an eye on Claire while I try to tend to some things in the house, but I am just sick of procrastinating things. And if you know, you just walk in certain areas of your home and the clutter causes mental clutter. And don't come for me if I want to go thrifting in 4 days, okay? It's all about balance, but I want to just do some things on my to-do list that I've been neglecting and basically get the whole house back in order. So let me turn the camera around and show you some different areas of the house that are just stressing me out. All right, so this is our upstairs landing area. It's Claire's room. I'm standing in our room. There's another bathroom and a bedroom. And these totes need to go down in our crawl space. I took them out of this storage room. This is my storage room. And this is just some random extra things that we don't need right now, so they can go in the crawl space. So these have been sitting here since Christmas time, and I need to just get them downstairs. So that's on the to-do list. These need to get washed. Christmas Village needs to go up in the attic. It's just been sitting there. This room is not terribly bad. I kind of went through this a couple weeks ago. This is another spare bedroom. I keep a lot of extra decor and stuff in here. I have decluttered this very much. I have been very good at, if I'm not using it, I kind of move it along. I'll ask my mom if she wants things, or my sisters. And yeah, I've just decluttered so much stuff in here. I didn't film it, but I've been doing that since the new year, posting some things on Facebook Marketplace, just giving things to the Goodwill if it's just not serving its purpose. So I have some room in here. I have this whole room I can use, but behind me, this is the kitty litter area too, and the cat stuff. Behind me, this is, first of all, this is embarrassing, but this is a lot of baby stuff, and we are not done having babies, but I'm not having babies in the near future right now. So my mom has a big house and has a huge attic that's empty, and she was like, why don't you bring some of that stuff over? Because I was talking to her about mental clutter from actual clutter. She said, why don't you bring some of that stuff and put it in the attic here? It's empty and it's huge. So I think that's my plan for this weekend. I'm gonna load up Nick's truck with some of this baby stuff, like the swing, the bassinet, totes of clothes, just stuff that is not serving any purpose being in here, but making me feel cluttered. So I think we're gonna put that up in my mom's attic, and we don't have a finished attic. And our crawl space, if you put anything with fabric or wood, it will get moldy. I can put totes down there because I can wipe the plastic totes off and everything if it's in like a locked, sealed tote, it will stay fine. But anything else, I can't store anywhere, which is such a struggle in this house. That's why I want like a basement in a different house, but one day. But yeah, that's what we're gonna work on. We'll move on to the garage too. All of this just needs help. I get so stressed out when I come in here. And this is just real life, y'all. I'm never afraid to show y'all real life. Also, I know what you're probably thinking. Jen, maybe you have too much stuff. It's time to declutter. Trust me, I am decluttering. I do have way too much stuff for this house, this season of life that we're in. I just can't have knickknacks all over. I have a 1-year-old, and when I first started my channel, I could have all of the knickknacks in the world, and I had time to change out my tchotchkes here and there, and no, I don't got time for that no more. I am consumed by motherhood 24/7. So with that being said, most of this stuff that I am moving to my mom's or like trying to, just move to my mom's basically, is baby stuff that I know we will use again in the future, God willing, if we are going to have another child or two. We'll see where life takes us, but I don't want to get rid of that stuff, but I just don't have the room to store it right now until we eventually find a bigger house. So, yeah. Let me show you the garage. Okay. Here's the garage. It is just dysfunction. It is straight dysfunction out here. All of this is like our workout equipment, and I want to work out here once it gets a little bit warmer. So I need to just like wipe all this stuff out. I have a couple pieces that are sitting out here listed on Facebook Marketplace, kind of pending. Hopefully someone buys them, but if not, they just need to go. I can reorganize this so much better. This was my grandmom's and I just don't have space for it, but I want to keep it for when I eventually have like our dream house. So I'm gonna put that up in the attic at my mom's. Our Christmas tree is new this year and the box is way bigger than our previous Christmas tree box. I think I'm gonna put that at my mom's as well because we can't fit it in our attic hole. It's just a disaster. I have so many bags that I need to donate to the homeless. There's a woman that my sister is in recovery with, and she has this foundation called Angels in Motion in New Jersey, and they go to Atlantic City and will put clothes out and the homeless can go through them, take what they want, and that makes me feel a lot better than giving this stuff to the Goodwill for resale. So I let my sister go through. My sister and my nieces went through the bags already, and the rest is for the homeless. So I'm gonna take that to her house today and do a little porch drop off. This is a box for CrossFit box jumps. Claire's stroller has to stay, but I can fold it up. I am thinking I'm either going to get rid of this. This was my DIY baker's rack before I found one. I am going to, I think, chop it in half. I don't need all of this. And oh, God bless us. We just cannot seem to get rid of Bryce's stuff. We still have all of his beds, but I think it's time to, like, we don't hold Bryce's memory in these beds, but when something passes, it's hard to get rid of it. So I am going to probably chop that in half so I can still use it as like a little work area. Claire is summoning me. Something else that I want to do is bring my grandmom's bench to my mom's house. This will fit in the attic as well. It's something I don't want to get rid of, but we'll just save until I have the space. And I haven't updated you since that dining room decorating video, but I am going to put the pie safe in the garage for a little while, just for like a mental break. I don't need both of these pieces out here, but I don't want to get rid of either of them because I do love them. So the pie safe will go for a little bit, just so we can have a little less clutter out here. I already started like condensing some of the stuff and decluttering out here a bit. This is a bag for my sister and my mom with some stuff in it that I send them pictures and they're like yes or no. So yeah, getting to work a little bit out here as well and get this out of here. All right, so when you feel so overwhelmed by a task or a major decluttering, organizing project like I had in front of me on this day, I tried to start with what I could control or immediately remove from my environment. And I had these donations bagged up since December, ready to go to the nonprofit Angels in Motion so that they could go to those in need. And I knew that was the first task that I wanted to complete because it would remove quite a few things from the garage and just free up some of that mental headspace that clutter can cause. So I loaded up my car with the bags and a raffle item as well for my friend Molly. And then I just got to working in the garage a little bit on things I wanted to keep, just moving things around, some things that didn't belong in the garage that needed to go inside, and just trying to make sense of this mess. I also find that during the winter, this is how the house tends to get because number one, I just have way too much stuff right now. And number two, it's just so cold to come out into the garage and do anything. So I tend to just let it be a dumping ground until it gets warmer. And having a 1-year-old makes getting things accomplished pretty difficult as well. I grabbed an empty diapers box and I started to look at some of the items on this garage shelf, and I love these steel shelves. They come in handy for, you know, extra appliances for the kitchen. Just so great to have out here. But I have this food processor that I got from someone for free, and the amount of contraptions that come with it, I never even reach for this thing, so I boxed it up to give to the Goodwill. I was going to be driving by a Goodwill anyway, so I was trying to think, what can I bring in this immediate moment to drop off at the Goodwill to just get some more stuff out of here. So I was going through some stuff on the shelf to donate and some stuff to post on Facebook Marketplace as well. All right, just got in the car. We are taking this first load of donations. Like I might have mentioned, where I need to drop them off is right down the street from a Goodwill. So I figured, let me just load up a random box for the Goodwill. I took an entire car full to the Goodwill 2 weeks ago of stuff. So I didn't have too much for Goodwill, but yeah, I'm gonna take that box to the Goodwill. I'm gonna drop this off to my friend Molly. She's doing a fundraiser for her son, and this can be a raffle option. Nick won this at a golf raffle, and we've had it in our garage for 2 years. Nerf guns. Why did he even put in for Nerf guns? We didn't even have a child back then. I'm like, Nick, why did you put a ticket in for Nerf guns? Literally, it's still in the package when he won it 2 years ago. So she's going to use that for the fundraiser. And then I have stuff to drop off for the clothing stuff. So we're going to head there. And then when we come back home, I'm going to keep working. First stop, we are at Goodwill, ready to drop off this box. everybody is donating stuff. There's like 8 cars out here right now. Yes, everybody's in the same mood as me. So let's go drop off all these clothes and get them out of the car, out of my life, purged. Oh my gosh, that feels so good to get that off my chest, off my brain. I have had those clothes bagged up since December. So here is a motivation for you, a reminder to you. This is probably half an hour out of my day, but just go do those things that have been causing you mental clutter, okay? Once I got home, we put down Claire for a nap, and then I got to working on bringing down all of the totes that have been cluttering up the landing. I cleaned out our spare bedroom and put these totes out on the landing to remind myself, take these down and put them in the crawl space. And they've been sitting on the landing for over a month now, and I was tired of looking at them, so I was bringing them down so that I could put all of them into the crawl space. It's just a bunch of random stuff that we still need. All right, I did plan on doing the spare bedroom next, but it's right next to Claire's room and she's napping, so we are not gonna risk waking her up. And I'm actually, really, Phil? I'm actually having second thoughts and thinking I might leave the pie safe, because I do like that I can put a lamp on top of that and leave that in the corner. Nick's really crunching over there. And then I'm thinking to take everything off of my baker's rack and maybe put the baker's rack in my laundry room. We're gonna try it. We're gonna see if it works. That would allow me to like store a bunch of things in there. I can use my pie safe for storage still, and then it would prevent me from having to shove more stuff into the garage. So I'm gonna clear off the rack, wheel it in here, see if it fits. But before I do all of that, I need to get these totes in the crawl space, which is under all of this stuff in a trap door. So storing things here is phenomenal. Also, we had a leak in our upstairs bathroom, and that's why our ceiling is wide open. So there's just some more real life for you. This is another piece that was from my grandmom's that I love and I don't want to get rid of. It's like a kind of like a vegetable cabinet, or like it looks like a pie safe almost, but it's not solid wood or anything, so it's not like super old or anything. But this was always in her sunroom in her house, and I took it when she passed. Somebody's drone?
Where we were standing. Like these were behind us. I'll show you where we were.
What are people on?
Dump trucks. That they parked the block off the street. So we are right there. That's where we were, right there.
Because you got there so early?
Yeah, literally right here, that's where we were.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
cat. Psst. What is wrong with these cats? Oh my God. Come here.
What do you need a big strong man for?
The cat.
Who?
I think it's Phil. I don't know.
It's Phil. Charles is out here.
Philip. Grabbing some stuff from the garage that needs to go down to the crawl space as well.
I don't know if y'all have seen the chaos at the Eagles parade. It was chaotic.
Nick was there at what, 8 in the morning? Didn't start till 11.
We
He was
left at 6 a.m.
front
here.
row to the parade.
We're at City Hall and JFK Boulevard.
If you guys also went to the parade, let me know. Let me know in the comments because Nick was there. Nick and his brothers went. Okay. Let's see. I love you, but right now you gotta go.
Yeah.
No. But thank you. That's gonna be perfect. Then it won't take up any space in the garage. We can keep using the garage, can keep decluttering that and not have to like think, oh, I gotta find a space for that. That'll work there. I'm gonna store a bunch of stuff on there and it's out of sight, out of mind. I'll still make it really functional storage. And then I'm also gonna put some of my favorite like bakeware, Pyrex dishes in my pie safe over here. So let me put some things in that first. Then whatever I have left, I will put on this. A couple of you asked me as well, Jen, why don't you move some plants out of or off of this to like lighten the eye over here? If I put my plants anywhere in the house besides there, my cats will eat them full blown. Like I will wake up in the morning, they'll be dug through, leaves everywhere. They are crazy cats. Pet finder crazy cats. So I can't move those plants. That's where they have to live. So yeah, the plants have to stay up there. I would love to move them around my house or like hang them or put one like draped on a nice table or something, but that is just not the life that I can live right now. So see, somebody knows I'm talking about him. He's the bad one. He's the cuter one, but he's the badder one. When the lights go off down here and we go upstairs, mischief. Okay, I'm gonna get doing some work out here in the dining room, and already seeing this blank is feeling good. My dining room table is a mess right now, but that's okay. And the bench is gonna come out as well. I'm gonna take that to my mom's tomorrow. We're doing a pizza party there, so I will already be going there, so I'll just bring that bench with us, but let's keep working. And I'm coming to the conclusion that I love to collect things and have different collections and stuff, but I have way too many dishes and stuff. Like it's starting to be a little bit overwhelming. Like, I don't need all these mixing bowls. But then I do just love my Pyrex, so it's a hard balance. But on the other hand, I have been using my Pyrex baking dishes, like for the oven and stuff. I actually have been using them and going through them, so they have been coming in handy. But yeah, most of that is loaded up. Claire already woke up from her nap. Nick's trying to rock her. So I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to accomplish anything. All right, so I filmed these clips a little later in the evening. It had been a couple hours since Claire had woken up from her nap, and I would be lying to you if I said I was still super motivated and ready to tackle this project. This actually ended up being the worst weekend that I could have picked this project to do because Claire was not feeling well. She had a sickness that we both had, and she only had it for a couple of days, and then it was gone for like 2 or 3 days and then came back with a vengeance. And she was not feeling the best. She was super clingy to me. Anything that I tried to do, she would just cry, and the house was such a mess from me trying to declutter and organize. So I was just trying to get done anything that I could. If you know, you know, when you're trying to accomplish anything with a little, it's just a challenge. It is such a challenge, and she is definitely a mama's girl. She's my shadow. She always wants to be with me, helping me. So this, I was just trying to hustle and get as much done as I could in these clips. So, be a vlogger.
Baby, Mel.
And then a little later on in the evening, I headed out into the garage. It was freezing out here, but I was just trying to make sense of this shelving unit, just go through and organize some things, stack some things just to create more room on the shelves. I normally store my paper towels on the top shelf here, so I was trying to make some room for that. And yeah, just trying to condense and stack some things nicely out here and make more room. All right, so this was Sunday morning. I'm still in my pajamas. Y'all, one thing about me is sometimes if I just want to film content or get something out for you, I am not gonna be all glamorous for YouTube. I am just a real life person who created a YouTube channel, and I hope that my videos can just give you a dose of reality. Like, yes, I try to take care of my house and have a beautiful home, but I do have rooms in my house that look like this because I'm a normal human being. I feel like this is real life that a lot of people don't share. So I also have like a hoarder closet, a hoarder room, a Monica's closet if you are a Friends fan. And yes, this room stresses me out. If I'm being honest, I had no motivation to complete this room at this point. Claire did not sleep Saturday night into Sunday very well because of her sickness. So when I woke up Sunday, all of the motivation that I had to bring stuff to my mom's and load up the truck and declutter this room and get the garage straightened up, and it was raining, and all of the motivation I had just went out the window. So if you have a room like this that stresses you out, or an area of your home, you just have a project you need to tackle, hopefully this gives you the motivation that you need. Just get up and do it, because filming this voiceover this week, I mentally feel a lot more free and decluttered just doing these little areas of my house. I truly feel like it made a huge difference. So if you can, just do a little bit at a time. Cleaning this room also made me realize how many organizing bins I have. I have so many baskets and clear bins and all of that. So that's what I'm sticking up on the top shelf. I have a printer that I keep saving for someday, like if I might need to print something, and I haven't printed anything in like 6 years since I was in college. So that's going to the Goodwill. I found some more plastic bins. So just like I was in the garage, I am just trying to make sense of this shelf, stack things, see what I could bring to my mom, see what I could stick in totes, and just try to make some more room so that if I do find things around the house, I can easily come up here and just store things away. This was my nursing bag when I did nursing outside of the house, so I hung that up in the closet just in case I ever need a book bag. And then honestly, this is the after. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was, and I feel very accomplished, truly. So there's a couple baby items and things on this shelf that I plan to bring to my mom's. There's my Cricut stuff on the bottom shelf, some totes full of clothes from Claire, and then the last thing that we really did was bring this cabinet out into the garage. That's gonna go to my mom's eventually. And then I did get a clip of me just putting some things into the attic at my mom's. Okay guys, it's the next day, or a couple days after I originally started this video, and although things are not perfect, it is pretty clean out here. The baker's rack is moved. I will show you that shortly. I got everything just really cleaned up. I feel so good. I worked so hard this weekend moving things to my mom's and decluttering, dropping off donations. If you need a push to just go do something to remove some clutter in your house, you know, clutter really does affect my mental space. So I am so proud of myself. It feels so good to come out here and have this wall empty. I feel like the light is coming in differently. I just feel like I can breathe out here again. So I am gonna move the bike back into the garage once I finish the garage. Unfortunately, it rained yesterday and I planned on bringing a couple more things to my mom's, and the rain just put a halt on that because I couldn't load as much up in the truck as I hoped. So we had major progress over perfection. So here is the laundry room, and the baker's rack is here in the laundry room. Loving that. I have so much storage here still for different things. If I have some extra stuff here and there, I have all of this shelving to use up. These are Nick's sodas. And yeah, it's just so nice that I was able to put this in here. And then, y'all, the garage is just not what I hoped for. Sorry, I have some soup microwaving. The garage is not anywhere near close to what I want it to be, but like I said, progress over perfection. It's really cold here. It's 30 degrees today with like 40-mile-per-hour winds. And it's just not the season to be decluttering the garage. It's freezing. So little by little, we will get this cleaned up before or during spring. But both of these pieces are going to my mom's. The bench is going to my mom's. These were all my grandmother's pieces that I want to keep, but I just don't have the space for them right now. So my mom's gonna store them for a little bit. Christmas tree's gonna go into the shed. Claire rides this horse for about 0.4 seconds before she says down, down, down. So that's on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, just we will get this tidied up eventually. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it gave you some motivation. I will do like a part 2 to this when I eventually can get the garage cleaned and decluttered. I made some good progress upstairs in that spare bedroom, so I'm feeling really good about what I did accomplish, but I really wanted to get like the dining room refreshed and get some donations out of here. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. It's not perfect, but for my mental space, we made a lot of progress out here. So, and before I go, I wanted to share that I sold like all of my greenery on Facebook Marketplace. When I declutter, and I have really good luck selling on Facebook Marketplace, so I just sell things like crazy. So I do want to film a video with you all. I want to maybe go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby and get some neutral, just basic like approaching spring greenery, maybe some really pale green greenery. So I'll take you along for that. I do want to hang up this antique pick-in sign up here. So maybe a dining room decorating video is coming soon. I want to switch out this crock with these rolling pins. I just don't like the ratio. This needs a bigger crock. And then gotta pick a lamp. So just happy to refresh this space a little bit, so I'll take you along for that. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you all in my next one. Bye guys.